Hello, my crafty friends. Good morning. Good afternoon, good day, good noon, hello, wherever you are. Um, it's doodle time, and while I don't typically do a ton of planning for my doodles, or in fact for pretty much anything I do in a creative way, there are times when some planning obviously is needed, and doing a mandala type Zentangle mandala type doodle or drawing, definitely there is some planning involved. So I've done some pre-planning. I've got a 6x6 piece of sketchbook paper, and I've started here in the middle. Now, depending of course on your design, it's going to depend on how many of these little quarter circles you've got. I have chosen, how have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines, and I just honestly put the tip of my compass here in the corner, and then I have my first line, my first quarter circle at 2 inches. My second, so it's my first one, my second one is just less than a quarter inch above that one, so I've run it there. I went half an inch up and did another line just under a quarter inch again for another swipe through. I think this one is roughly 3/4 of an inch, and then a whole inch. Okay, so again, you guys, I just took my compass, did, and spaced it out as I felt. And I actually didn't really plan the spacing, because I don't feel like that is as important as what you put in the spaces between the lines. So that's done, and then I took out my this thing, which I think is called a protractor. Am I right? I never know. You know me and math, right? Never a good combo. Anyway, so I've got this down, and I marked off in millimeters, or maybe actually in centimeters. I have one. Sorry, let me backtrack just a little bit. I've got the center line, the 0 or the 90-degree center. So there's a hole here. I've got that hole, which is at the 90-degree angle, and I put it on my corner, lined up my 90 degrees with my 180 degrees over here. Look at me go, talking about degrees and everything. Man, I'm so good. Well, no, not really, but never mind. So then I spaced out my these radial lines. I spaced them out a centimeter apart. So I just put little dots down all the way, and then took out my ruler. I had the dots, actually those are the dots, the original ones. And so line your ruler up with your corner of the paper and your dot, and just draw in the radial lines. And doing this little bit of planning prior to doing the design of your mandala is going to help you with spacing. And while it's a little bit of a tedious task, it's going to really help you out. Okay, so I've got all those lines, all those radial lines are in. They spaced evenly at 1 centimeter at this sort of 2/3 of the mark, wherever it is that your I think this is a protractor. If I'm wrong, guys, I'm sorry, but this thing, wherever this touched the paper, and that's where your 1 centimeter is. So okay, so you've got your circular lines in, you've got your radial lines in, everything's beautifully spaced, and now you can start with a design of some kind. I started at the bottom here by and I suppose we can actually now start. Let me get comfortable with my chair. I decided to, before I carry on, one little trick that I thought was pretty helpful for me anyway, is also to put in little, almost like spaces or markers or anchor points of where you want some of your lines to meet. For me, starting at the bottom here, I wanted some anchoring points along here. I wanted anchoring points here for my star that I'm starting with. I didn't need any more until I got up here, where I decided I wanted 1, 2, 3, 4 anchoring points. In fact, I haven't got these guys in yet, so let me put these anchoring points in, because they're going to help me to some degree keep my circle uniform. And these are all just pencil marks, so they're going to come out, you know, they're going to be erased afterwards. Okay, so I've got those 4, and then I had 1, 2, 3 anchor points. I don't probably need this middle one, but it's there. Okay, so let me start with our design. I'm going to go straight in and get this marked out, and you'll see how the design takes shape as you go. One thing I tried not to do was to have, like, for instance, I wouldn't make my circle here to traverse or to cover a radial line, because then I'd have to try and make a half circle here. And I'm hoping that I can photocopy this and stitch together 4 quarters to make a complete mandala circle. And so I'm going to, actually, and another thing is also not to draw a line down the middle, because I thought, oh, that's a nice line, and then I thought, no, because then I'm going to have to try and replicate it here, and it's on a join, so I don't want to do that. So I'm going to draw in this line instead that doesn't touch the edge of the paper. Once you have decided on a design, you can sketch it out on one of your segments or 2 of your segments, whichever you decide. But if this is the pattern that you're going to follow along all of your segments, and I have 9 segments, then you really only have to sketch out 1. If you feel that you want to do more than 1, please, you guys, go for it. There's no rules here. It's just really following a pattern. Okay, so let's see if I can pull this off. Okay, you guys, so I completed the design, our quarter circle, and then waited just a couple of minutes to make sure that all the ink was dry. And then I came in with my eraser and just took out all the pencil lines. I photocopied 4 of these, and so I made it about 10% smaller on my computer, on my copier, but not a whole bunch smaller. I suppose I could have made it smaller. I've cut out some of the sides. This one I really just cut the biggest side piece off, and I'm going to use that. Let's see, make sure I want to try and see if I get this entire mandala into the screen. So there's my first piece. I'm going to come in and just quickly make sure that I have the correct. I'm doing this so that they all the points touch here. Am I doing this right? No, that one doesn't go there. I probably should have just cut off. You know what? I think I'm going to go and cut off the rest of this because I'm just complicating matters and just have. So let's do that quickly. I'm going to line it up here and get my little tool and line it up and get rid of this excess paper because I think I'm just making life a little too complicated by leaving. I thought maybe I could glue the pieces together, but or maybe let's just cut 2 of them and see if like a little bit skew, a little bit, just itsy bitsy. Oh brother, why am I so skew? Let's see if I can go. There we go. I think I think maybe. All right, let's see if that works better. So I've got these 2 pieces. That one, I can glue that down there and match that up. Okay, that'll work. If I bring this one in, slip it under there. This one, okay, all right, so that works. So by cutting 2 of them along the complete edge, I hope I'm making sense, you guys. So that's 2 of them, and leaving 1 edge on one and 2 edges on another. I've created a place where I can put some glue down and not mess everywhere. Put some glue down and get this assembled, I suppose, in a way. Now let's see if I got it right this time. Oh gosh, I think it was like, wish me luck that I'm not messing up here. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to line up the circles and make sure that I've got everything. I think I'm okay. All right, let's see if I can get these lines lined up. So far, so good. Okay, now this side. Okay, I think I did it. Or no, I don't got it. Pull back. Gosh, that is overlapping too much. Let's see if I can pull it back a little bit. Not too much. It's a little tricky, I'm not going to lie. Trying to get all these lines, although these were all photocopied to be the same size, when you come to piecing it, it doesn't want to piece together as nicely as I'd hoped. So you know what I'm going to do? I think, to not stress over this, I'm just going to get my black marker back out. And I'll just fold this in. No one will ever know. Don't tell them, okay? And then I'll get my silver marker out, do a little patch up here. All right, there you go. We did it. Our mandala is complete. I think the design worked nicely. Oh, let me not kill the craft room. So we went from having just this very almost simplistic in a way quarter mandala, and then photocopying it and piecing it together and coming up with this absolutely gorgeous design. Now I can photocopy this original much smaller, which I think I'm going to do. And there is a little bit of patchwork here and there. I think that one's overlapping a little too much, and I can maybe even come in with my silver pen and highlight some of these areas, because if you can collage over a collage, you can draw over a drawing, right? You can do whatever you like, and probably, you know, if you wanted to, you could come in with a little color. But honestly, I think this turned out beautifully. These join lines I definitely want to work on, so maybe my paper is too thick, because this is a 32-pound paper that I printed on. Maybe a thinner 20-pound paper won't show up the lines, these join lines, because it'll be a thinner paper. Maybe they will stick together a bit better. But those are all little experiments that I can try out as I play with this design. All right, you guys, well, there you go. We made a mandala, so go ahead and make one. And always remember, we've got that Facebook page. The link is in the description below. If you make any mandalas or anything we've made in any of our videos, please feel free to come and join the group and share your ideas, and then we can inspire one another. Alrighty, we'll see you next time. Thank you for stopping by. Bye.